Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the SplatCade podcast. I'm your host, David.
I am his co-host, Joshua.
I am special guest Ed.
And I'm that dude, Jacob.
And this is the SplatCade podcast. Ignore that. A little rusty at the controls here. It's kind of like riding a bicycle that only has one wheel and is also on fire. It's probably a circus act, is what this is. My point.
Seems like a unicycle is what I think you described.
Flaming unicycle.
So basically, a flaming unicycle of death.
That sounds like some Nitro Circus shit.
But yeah, it's been a while. The podcast has been off the air, so to speak, for about 3 months. We did upload a new episode. Of this 2 days ago. That was the last episode we had in the pipeline. That was back when we kept trying to do the podcast as a weekly thing. The podcast currently is actually getting restructured a little bit to be a monthly podcast. It is going to be once a month, about halfway through on Wednesdays, with the VOD going up again on Thursdays. Hopefully my audio is coming through okay. My audio should be okay. Everyone should be good. We did a lot of testing, went through a lot of headaches, but we should be okay now. Right? Cool.
Yeah, you know, we should have just been here, 3 hours earlier?
There's a lot of setup involved in this whole thing. We make it look easy, but there's a lot of setup in this whole thing. Also, I got thrown a curveball at the last second because somebody decided to join in.
Hi.
Because I had this whole thing set up with, I was like, okay, it's going to be me, Josh, Jacob. That's the normal lineup for the podcast. We'll be good. 5 minutes before we go live, you're like, hey, guess what? Hi, sup, I'm here now.
Badoom. Hello, everyone. I am Ed. Why?
Kicks down the metaphorical door. Hi, mother. Hello, everybody. I'm here right about now.
I can just see a thing where it's like Ed's face photoshopped into
Jack Nicholson from The Shining. Here's
Ed boy.
Here's Eddie.
It's Rolf. He's doing
God.
There are many doors, Ed boy. Over Jack Nicholson from The Shining.
Don't give me any ideas, because I'm going to Photoshop that if I get enough inspiration for that.
I was certain that they were going to make that new fucking...
Oh my god, I can absolutely make that the thumbnail. Maybe.
God.
But, hi everybody, it's been a long time. I'm glad that we're back. This is one of the most fun things I think we do on the show in general, between the Let's Plays and everything else. I really, really genuinely enjoy the podcast, being able to sit down, just kind of talk about everything that's been going on lately.
Hanging out with bros.
Dying slowly.
We're all dying slowly. It's called living, ironically enough.
No, none of us are dying yet.
None of us, but it is what it is.
None of us are 25 yet.
I heard of a myth of just like oxygen is slowly killing us.
Don't you bring those memes into my house. Don't you start with this.
See, but that's not a meme. That could be perfectly fucking true. We
It's
just
not
don't
what it
know.
is. We know exactly what kills us when we age. It's not that at all. It's a fucking pre-coded genetic thing where your body starts to self-destruct at a certain age. There's literally nothing about oxygen that kills you.
You never know. Too much oxygen can actually kill someone.
Too much of anything can kill someone. Someone drowned in their own body because their cells overflowed with water. It was a fucking water drinking competition. Lady drank like 4 gallons of fucking water.
Yeah, you know why she did that too? She did that shit for a Wii. It was a radio contest back in, I want to say,
bad.
It was a contest back, I want to say, in 2000, like,
That was like 2007.
like the no, it would have been like the winter of 08, because like this is when the Wii had just come out and they were very, very short supply for the holidays. The radio contest was actually called Wii for a Wii, where the contestants had to drink as much water as they could within a certain time period and then hold it for as long as possible. She ended up going through, I forget what the term for it is, but it's basically her cells had so much water in them they burst, causing her to causing her brain to swell, causing her headaches, nausea, confusion, all that normal stuff for that condition, and then ultimately die from it when the cells in her brain just pop one by one.
Huh.
Yeah, like she died in that, I believe, I don't know if she died in the studio, but she died as a result of the contest, and they told and the family obviously tried to sue the radio station for the death, and I think it went in their favor, if I remember correctly. I'm actually going to look that up.
Of course, that went in their favor. How would that not go in their favor?
Who the fuck thinks they're going to die from drinking water? Like, who thinks, wow, all this water is going to kill me?
I mean, drinking salt water is definitely horrible for you.
Well, yeah, because drinking salt water makes your cells extrude water because of how osmosis works. No matter how much you drink, you're always going to be expelling more water.
Yeah.
Yeah, like no one's going to be like, oh yeah, drinking all this water is going to kill me. And oh no, they drank too much water, it killed them. Like, who the fuck's going to
I mean, it is a real documented thing. It just, it doesn't happen all that often because it takes so much water to do.
Yeah, and who the fuck knows that? Like, we know that because it happened there. But who the fuck beforehand was like, oh yeah, someone died from drinking too much water?
Hey, have you seen Steve? He drank too much water. What happened to him? He exploded.
That's basically what happens when you drink too much fucking water.
In a sense, yeah. So I found it actually pretty easily. Hold your Wii for a Wii.
That's explosive cell death. I didn't think about that. That's actually explosive.
Are you referencing like a Dragon Ball thing here with that?
No, that's the trailer for Outer Worlds. They're the dudes, the scientist is going to the cryopod. He's like, "This is great. Just tell me, are you experiencing anything that could be described as explosive cell death? No? Great."
And we'll get back to that in a second, but I do want to finish this thing about the Hold Your Wii for a Wii. In 2007, a Sacramento radio station held an ill-fated Hold Your Wii for a Wii contest. Participants had to drink massive amounts of water and then hold it in to win the video game system. They were asked to drink 8 8-ounce bottles every 10 minutes, followed by 16-ounce bottles every 10 minutes over a 3-hour period. Jennifer Strange, 28, mother of 3, died as a result of the contest of water intoxication. Strange's death has resulted in a waterfall of lawsuits. Really? Waterfall of all right, anyway.
Really throw a pun in.
Since the contest, the radio station's owners have fired 10 people, including the DJs involved. Strange's fellow contestants developed what they say is an irrational fear of water and sued the broadcaster.
Aquaphobic?
Hey, it happened.
I mean, they did see a woman literally die from drinking water. Like, that's...
This woman literally drunk herself to death.
Not
Usually
even on
that's
alcohol.
a metaphor. Usually that's a metaphor for alcohol. No, she drank to death. That's
on alcohol?
Insane.
No, water.
Water. He drank himself to death. Oh no, he's an alcoholic? No, he had like 6 gallons of water. It was insane to watch.
He was like part camel or something, but we thought we believed him. Yep.
So he kind of just exploded.
Oh god, I'm fucking remember my time in high school where I legitimately carried water gallons with me.
There's nothing wrong with doing that. I did that when I was training. I got to the point where I was drinking a gallon of water a day. At most, I was doing a gallon and a half, gallon and a quarter when training. So there's nothing wrong with that. But that was a gallon over the course of a day. This is
weak numbers.
So
that's 3 gallons over. I think that's approximately
that's like
3 gallons.
8 ounces.
8
hours.
So 8-ounce bottles every 10 minutes, and then a 16-ounce bottle every 10. Over 8 8-ounce. Oh, 8 8-ounce bottles. So that's 64 ounces there. Followed by 16-ounce bottles. What the fuck? How much? No, so they were asked to drink 8 8-ounce bottles every 10 minutes. So that's 80 ounces right there.
I think the approximation.
And then once they ran out of those, I'm guessing they went into 16-ounce bottles, like to really put the pressure on. But that's 80 ounces of water every 10 minutes. And then once those are gone, doubling that to 160. A gallon by itself has, what is it, like 120 something?
Yeah, 120 milliliters of water.
We're on Imperial, so we're stupid to the rest of the world.
In a gallon.
Because we have to use a calculator to figure it out.
128 fluid ounces. I was correct on that. So it's 128 ounces of water for every gallon. Every 10 minutes you're drinking 80, and then after a while they jumped it to 160. Every 10, like that's insane.
That is insane.
That is an absolute, like, there's no wonder they died from that.
My one question about this is, who the fuck thought this was smart in the first place? Like, okay.
And again, who the fuck thinks drinking water is going to kill you? No one thinks, oh no, you're going to die from drinking too much water. No one.
If a person's kidneys have bursted, they have the right to sue.
Well, I mean, this goes a little beyond bursted kidneys. This goes into they died, which is why the family sued the radio station, why the radio station fired everyone involved with the scenario. Strange's husband and children filed their own wrongful death suit, and lawyers involved have submitted thousands of pages of claims and counterclaims. Those who survived say they have myriad problems, including limited ability to drink water, trouble listening to the radio, sleeplessness, anxiety, depression, and the inability to ever play the Wii. Even the winner of the Wii emerged as a loser. The winner of the contest, Lucy Davidson, said she was terribly sick afterward and vomited while still at the station. Now she says she can't listen to the radio because she's afraid of a contest, and in her job at Walmart, she experiences, quote, an inappropriate emotional reaction when she sees someone put bottled water in their carts. I've come to realize, quote, I've come to realize that I fear, that in a way I fear water, end quote, she said in a June declaration.
A what declaration?
A June declaration.
declarations.
Declaration.
And like they meant, there's other lawsuit articles about this whole thing, but basically it's like the people involved medically were like, hey, this isn't really a good idea. The lawyers were like, this probably shouldn't be. I think the lawyers were like, it's cool. And the medical staff was like, or something like to that effect. Like someone on board wasn't cool with it. They went through with it anyway. Someone died over a 2008 console that they could have gotten 2-3 months later when supply
Perfectly
came back.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah. I know this is a bit of a cynical joke to technically make about the situation, even though it's like very far past. Why does my weird sense of imagination just said the DJ's names are Wet and Wild? I know it's very bad. I know it's very bad considering we also have like a fucking place somewhere that was once essentially gone, the Wet and Wild amusement park.
Didn't they bring that back? Or am I crazy?
I think they did. Never visited again.
Did they? I swear to God they did.
Yeah,
It's not as big as it was
They brought
before.
it back. Because we had a Wet and Wild when we were kids, back in like the early 2000s out here.
Like
I think
early
I want to
90s,
say around the
2000s.
time of the recession hit. Maybe a little bit before that, they ended up shutting down,
It was a
and
little
then
bit before
recently,
that.
within the past like 5 years, they brought it back in like a bigger location. And I don't know if it's the same park as I've never been to it after it closed down originally.
These young Gen X kids, I don't know what they're talking about. I never dealt
Okay,
with any of
boomer.
them.
You are like 3 years older than me. You need to relax.
I am 3 days a millennial. Don't talk to me like that.
Okay,
Real
boomer.
shit. I am 3 days a millennial.
What do you mean?
Like, I am 3 days from the cutoff of being a Gen Z,
Are you
Gen
serious?
X compared to millennial. Yeah.
That's fucking great.
That is the
I
dumbest
just heard
shit.
Gen X, and now I'm just thinking of WWE from the back of the 2000s.
See, I know what you're saying, but my brain went to DMX. I was like, no, that's not the right fucking thing at all. That's a radically different person, and compared to a set of people, compared to whatever the fuck the original thing was that brought this. Oh yeah, Gen X, like totally different thing.
See, then you brought in DMX, and I immediately went to fucking Resident Evil 2. X gonna give it to you.
Wait, does Resident Evil 2 have X Gonna Give It To You in it?
No, it's a
He's
meme
talking.
that,
He's talking about the fucking the what is it, Mr. X chasing you down, and I think it's a mod or an Easter egg where
It's an Easter egg.
DMX is it an Easter egg where X
Easter
going
egg.
it starts instead of the thumping noise, it's muffled rap music, but it's X gonna give it to you, and as he gets closer, it gets louder, and when he gets like right on top of you, it's loud as shit. It's amazing.
You know, I admittedly played a lot more Resident Evil 4 than I did the original 1 and 2 and 3, but that's such a good fucking detail. I don't even know if they really
That was
paid
just
for
in the
those rights.
remake.
That was a
just in
remake.
the remake?
yeah, that was in the
yeah.
remake.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was like, how did they get
Yeah.
away with that?
I don't even think it was released.
I
When
yeah, I
the
don't think
first
that
one
song was
Probably not.
out when that fucking.
No. Just picture this. Back in the 1990s, some Kojima just was like, or the guy who made Resident Evil just said like to himself, "You know what would be good? We had a song that is supposed to exist in the late 2000s, and put it in our game."
You mean early 2000s?
Or yeah, early. I don't know when X gonna give it to you came
Wasn't
out
that
yet.
still nine? Is that still 90s?
Hey, I'm
Oh.
pretty positive X Gonna Give It To You came out in the 90s. You know what? Fuck it. Like,
You check
Google.
Don't give it to you. I'll check Resident Evil 2.
Hey Cortana, when did XCOM Give It To You came out?
Are you asking Cortana?
Who the fuck? Hold on. Who uses Cortana?
Cortana.
Hold up. Let's talk about this for a second. So, of all the things you could use, Google, Siri, fucking Bixby, Cortana? Admittedly, Bixby's probably going to be used a hell of a lot less. Bixby just kind of came to me and was like, oh yeah, that's a Samsung one. XCOM Give It To You release date.
Not even like Alexa? Nothing? Really?
How
Cortana?
did I think
It's
of
built
Bixby
into the
before
computer. It's not
Alexa?
my
I
fucking
don't know.
fault.
That was some fucking weird shit. That was weird.
Oh my god, no. When did Resident Evil 2 drop?
Old one?
1998.
Yeah, I understand there was a 2019 one, but I need the original.
So once you pull that up, I want you to say the name, say the year it came out, and then I'll have everyone else guess when XCOM Give It To You came out.
All right, Resident Evil 2 released for the PlayStation in 1998.
Okay.
Aha!
Jacob, when did XCOM Give It To You come out? What's your guess?
Say 2001. Because it might actually.
Okay, so say
might be really
2001.
close.
Ed, what about you? When did XCOM Give It To You drop?
I'm going to say 2004.
Unfortunately, XCOM Give It To You
Hold
would
on.
not have been
89.
okay. 89. So XCOM Give It To You would not have made it into Resident Evil 2's development cycle because XCOM Give It To You actually came out in 2003.
What?
A lot later than I thought it would.
A lot later than
Like I
I
thought
thought.
for sure, like a decade before that, like 93, 98, something like that.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
that mean that was a meme like as soon as it came out?
Yes.
Well, Resident Evil
sounds good to
2
me.
was half a decade old at the time, and the
No, I mean
internet
just in
wasn't
general.
as big. So I doubt as many people were making quality memes at the time.
I mean, look, we've talked about this before. There's been an evolution of memes. It used to be macros and like lolcat and stuff. Like we've come so
So
fucking far. Like the memes of
don't even last a
old
month.
could not fucking imagine what heights they could have reached. Because now E is just a meme now. Just the fucking E with the Lord Farquaad Markiplier mashup, fucking deep fry. That's a meme.
Oh god.
The worst part is that you can hear that image.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
You mean like the worst part is you can see that picture just from how I'm like E. You just understand what that is.
It is no.
To circle back to what you guys brought up in the beginning, I do want to go back and talk about Outer Worlds. Have you guys played it yet?
No.
I have no
I really
money,
wish I
but
did.
There's so many good games coming out.
We have
Can't even buy the Star Wars
we have
game.
Star
The
Wars.
Star Wars game that's coming out like day after tomorrow. I don't have the money for it.
What Star Wars game?
Oh, I know what you're
Fallen
talking
I
Order.
about.
don't know what Star Wars game.
No, should I?
Yes,
What?
you should.
Yes, you
It's the
very much
one where-
so.
Have you seen Shameless?
No. Is that
God,
what
I
is?
forget you're useless.
Absorb more media, fucking David. God damn. Do you know this thing? Do you know this thing? See, this is what caused diehard action star Bruce Campbell to be a thing. Because fucking
I hate you.
because you don't watch anything except anime and YouTube. Fucking useless.
How dare you call me out on my own show?
You hit him perfectly on the fucking head. That is exactly what I would have thought. You read the tech manuals for like 1997 automobiles, I'm certain, just for fun.
That's not fair because I literally have the manual for my 1991 GMC Jimmy fucking in this room right now.
I'm telling you, you probably read automotive repair manuals for fun. You
And you still don't know how to fix a fucking car.
Look, I said this before and I'll say it again. I fully spec'd into fucking PCs and left like my dump stat in cars and woodworking.
I thought it was common sense.
I heavily respect you, Josh.
So Shameless is what? A show?
Shameless is a show.
Yes.
One of the main characters plays the main character of this game.
Okay.
Oh, Jedi Fallen Order releases
Oh god,
day after tomorrow.
but it's EA though.
Well, yeah, all Star Wars games are EA, but this is like a Star Wars Dark Souls almost.
Souls.
Oh,
but it's
I
got,
remember
like,
hearing about
platforming
this like
elements,
3-4
too.
months ago. They were like, "Oh yeah, it's just an open world game that's Dark Souls with Jedi. Go nuts!"
Yeah.
And everyone was like, "Oh, what? Huh?"
You can't give me that. You can't give me that.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of excited just for the aspect of so I've been paying attention to some interviews about this game, and I think the favorite aspect about this is they kept it so close to the chest that the only thing we can get about it is, hey, if you pre-order this game, you get 3 customizable lightsabers, 2 colors, and that's about it.
That's
and
it.
You have to speculate. Yeah, you have to speculate everything else. They didn't tell you about the story. Like, you at least know some of the story from the trailers. You've known some things from certain bits, but they keep everything so close to the chest that it's actually interesting, that it wants to drive you further into the story. And the only aspect we know about this is that the protagonist is purely a Jedi. There is no common ground. You cannot go Sith or purely a Jedi.
There's no like. It is not like every other Star Wars game where you played a single like character.
Yeah,
I think the only other one that didn't do that was fucking
Jedi Academy.
yeah, but that's because you were a student. And the
Knights of the Old Republic. We
one
literally
have a
just
few-
talked about this the other day, Jacob.
doesn't Knights of the Old Republic have a fucking light side dark side thing?
Oh wait, yeah, I didn't know that's what we were talking
Yeah, it
about.
does.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
saying it's
That's
a,
what I'm
it's a
saying.
Star Wars game where you don't have to like
It's the
pick a
only one where
side
it's
because the
purely
sides don't
Jedi.
exist.
One of the only ones. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
but
Fallen
that
Order
takes
is
away from the
basically you're playing a
complexity of the
Jedi.
games.
That's it. We're
Well,
not
it's
playing
'cause
the
it's
Sith.
playing-
We're not
it's
playing a
because-
Grey Knight. You are fully Jedi. That's it.
It's because you're playing a specific character, and in the other,
Yeah,
all the other Star Wars games have been RPG-ish.
yeah.
So-
Even fucking Force Unleashed and Force Unleashed 2.
Fortunately, had like a infamous style like morality system. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna bring up like, is this game that's coming up day after? You said day after tomorrow.
Yeah,
Right.
after tomorrow.
So this game that's coming out day after tomorrow, does it still have like? So is it like the Force Unleashed games, but like on a bigger scale? Because like I feel like that Force Unleashed game really tried to push the envelope for what it could do given the Star Wars games at the time. But it was constrained by, hey, you're a Sith person who has to follow this certain story, blah blah blah.
From what I've seen, it is very much that way, and it is very much railroaded when it comes to the story.
Okay.
Like, they're trying to say that it's very open world, but I'm feeling that Fable vibe. And if you never played Fable,
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Basically, there are a bunch of like you can go into certain areas, but follow the story. But it's just basically one giant place. You can go there for side quests and other stuff, but
That's like it.
yeah,
So they have like a big. So you think it's like, hey, you can do whatever you want, but that whatever you want's kind of already been preset. So
you
Well,
can do whatever you want, but you're not going to be able to do that till later. No, you can't do that till later. You got to do this first. And
Oh,
So
that's
it's
what I
railroading.
kind of like the Dark Souls thing where like, hey, it's a big ass open area, you can go wherever you want, but
no,
no, not
you
like
can
that.
do whatever the fuck you want in Dark Souls. Just know you're going to get booty blasted through all of it
Yeah,
if you don't do it right.
I was gonna say you can go wherever you want, but you're gonna get bodied.
Yeah.
the moment I just think about Dark Souls, I'm suddenly thinking about the Whip It build.
Oh,
which
the
build?
one where it's just the whip
Yes.
it build. There's just whips.
Just
You must
basically
whip it.
whips everything.
I need to replay Dark Souls 3. It had the only good whip build.
So, but going back from the Star Wars tangent, Outer Worlds is coming out, or it came out. Is it out? It's
Came
out, right?
It's out.
It's
Okay.
Yeah,
out.
it's out.
I haven't played it, but from what I understand, it's like Fallout, but not shit. Because Obsidian came in and was like, "Hey, let me show y'all how it's done." After the 76 thing,
Obsidian is my
Obsidian did it
favorite
before.
RPG.
Never
game.
bring up 76 after what they did. Never bring that up.
what I was going to say was, it's like because it is Obsidian that came in and did that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Obsidian comes in, they're like, "Hey, you kind of dropped the ball on 76. Let me show you how it's done." They brought it, but we can't use Fallout, but we're going to use Fallout, right? It's like,
Pretty much. We can't use Fallout, but we're using Fallout.
They did
They
before.
kind of made it like Fallout.
Okay, so Obsidian developed fucking New Vegas, so they've already done Fallout. They literally have already done Fallout.
No, Jacob. They've done Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. Those are the
They
only
didn't
two
do
they've
Fallout
actually
3.
They
No,
didn't do
it was New
Fallout
Vegas,
3.
wasn't it?
They've only
It was
done
just
New
New
Vegas.
Vegas.
I thought they were a subsidiary or something.
No, I think they were like a side studio, but they weren't Obsidian until Obsidian, the studio as a whole, developed Fallout New Vegas with Bethesda. And then they didn't do anything that I can remember of no. They've done a couple things that have definitely gotten a little bit of attention, but I can't remember what they are. And then they said, and then Fallout 76 came out, and they looked at it and they said, "Oh, that didn't go so well, did it?" And they went, "Well, let's try to save the genre and not the title." And they made Outer Worlds, and people like it. But as far as I've seen this game, it feels like it was made by a smaller studio because Obsidian is honestly not that big. But
correct me if I'm wrong.
Wait, hold the fuck
Outer
up.
Worlds is
It's
technically
South Park?
AA, isn't it?
yeah, I think it's AA, not triple.
So I've just looked up the list of Obsidian games. They have done Pillars of Eternity, Fallout New Vegas, Pillars of Eternity 2, Outer Worlds, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2.
There you go. That's the other big one.
And South Park's The Stick of Truth.
There it is. That's
right. I remember hearing like, oh yeah, the same dudes who brought you Fallout are going to make the South Park game, and everyone was like, what?
Well, yeah,
and then it came out, and everyone was like, wow.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. My most favorite scene is just legitimately fucking finding Randy with the about to get plugged by a goddamn. If you've ever seen
we can't talk about the most of that game. It's a lot of stuff that we're not.
It's very South Park.
About.
It's very South Park. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
you can't stream it. You can't stream the game.
Was it actually banned? Like you can't stream Stick of Truth?
You're gonna have to censor a good amount of it because a lot of it is nudity.
I honestly never saw enough of it. I just know it's a South Park RPG game with a difficulty slider, which is fucking hilarious. With a difficulty slider.
How hard do you want
it's South Park, the show. Like it's just South Park. But I wanted to play it myself, but I never got the chance to.
It's the most South Park thing that South Park produced.
True.
Too true.
And then came the other game, the superhero one,
the
Fractured But Whole.
Yeah, so they made both.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, they didn't make that one.
Oh, okay. Still though, like they're still really, really good games. But the reason I never got into it myself was because I wanted to play it for either the channel or my own personal gain. But oh my god, I can't do another RPG right now because I left Skyrim at like 300 hours. I fell into Monster Hunter. I'm like 700 hours into that. If I found Stick of Truth or Fractured But Whole, I'd probably drop another like 400 to 500 hours in each of those. No,
real short game.
Is it?
Very little RPG aspect to it.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, man, like I love RPGs to death. I really do. But I know I'm gonna put like because I recently started playing Witcher, kind of for the channel, but there's too much going on in the beginning for me to like do that casually.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of groundwork you have to set, especially because I have Witcher 3, the complete edition, which is the wine and what is it? Blood and Wine, the
Wild Hunt.
Yeah, like I have all the DLC for it. So it's a big game that got even bigger because I have both expansions for it plus everything, right? So I'm like, there's too much groundwork for me to lay right now to play this on stream. Like I'll never get anywhere in 3 to 4 or 5 hour sessions. It's just not going to happen. Like I need to sit down over a weekend and just play the game, put like 30 to 40 hours into it, get to a decent spot where I can just kind of play it casually after that.
Yeah.
Like when you first start Skyrim, you have fucking nothing. But at least Skyrim was more structured story-wise. We could just kind of pick quests up. Which is like, if you just don't want to do anything, fuck off. Just go pick berries, whatever.
We don't care.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Witcher's so fucking rich with story. This is why I want to play fucking Cyberpunk so badly, is because you could start at the beginning and have nothing and be like, oh god, it's going to take me like 70 hours to get anything in the actual game. But like if you go through and straight up just talk to people, you will get there's so much fucking content in The Witcher that's not gameplay. Honestly, I think the gameplay is very meh.
Same with Skyrim. Like, there's so much story just in like the books.
Like comparing those is sin. Like there are side quests comparable to the main quest in Skyrim in The Witcher. Like there's
oh my god.
Yeah, like there's a lot of content in The Witcher. Like
let's also not forget Gwent.
Yeah, which is now its own fucking thing.
Yeah, no, screw that. Like, I'm not going to get into Gwent because I know myself. I put way too much time into Yu-Gi-Oh! As a kid. Like
I
I've put enough time
remember-
into Yu-Gi-Oh as a kid to know that if I get into Gwent, much like I got into Hearthstone briefly, and that's going to be a rabbit hole I'm not going to come back out of, because all I do is look for perfection. So I'm going to theory craft everything about that game. So like, you know, just for my own sanity, I'm just not going to get involved with Gwent.
I can see why you dropped a bunch of shows with heavy lore, and it's like Steven Universe and
Look, hold on, no, I did not drop Steven Universe.
Then get caught the fuck up.
I'm trying.
I'm mad about this.
I'm
Catch
trying.
your shit up.
we're going into a new season, fucker.
I don't drop shows. I just end up getting busy with other shit, and I just never go back to it. I found time to watch like 4 seasons straight of Breaking Bad. I got busy.
No, that is
And
unacceptable
then
because
I haven't
you
come
have
back
time.
to it in like a month and a half.
You have time to watch fucking magical girls turn into buff dudes and punch space squirrels. I do not want to hear shit about you don't have time to watch shows.
You have plenty of time. You use it like garbage.
Maybe. Look, I'm trying to watch shit that's interesting to me, that's coming out in the moment, that I don't have to commit all that much time to. 2 of the shows I'm watching right now are 12-episode shows that are almost over. One of them's a 24. Like, I don't have any 52-episode thing on my block right now. Once those are gone, maybe I'll go back and go watch Steven Universe and do the stuff with my backlog. Trust me, I know I have a backlog. I still have to finish Breaking Bad, which I'm like this close to.
God, I gotta watch.
I'll watch Steven Universe. I don't know if I'm going to watch El Camino, honestly, because they say like the pacing's kind of weird compared to the actual show. Like, it's not shot in quite the same way. Yeah,
so
like
you got to change things.
But
up.
at the
I can
same time,
understand it.
El Camino could have just been a double episode, because each episode of Breaking Bad's an hour. It could have been shot a lot of the same way, but from what I hear, it's not quite the same. Like, the cinematography's a little different, like the shot comp, how long they take for different like elements
Well, it has
of it.
been years since Breaking Bad. A lot of things that would change naturally evolve.
Yeah, and I
wanna
get that.
believe it.
I get that, but at the same time, a lot of people, and I think I might be in this camp. I haven't reached the end yet, but I know how it ends ultimately. Spoilers. See, you know, there's an ending to Breaking Bad that's not super great. Because I know how it ends. From what I understand, like, that ending is like a full encompassing story from the I'm a regular school teacher to, oh shit, I have cancer, how am I going to provide for my family? And then everything that happens after that, like, from what I've been explained, or how it's been explained to me, it's a full encompassing story the way it ends. El Camino just kind of came as a surprise, but I don't know if it's really necessary. Like, it didn't, like, from the vibe I get from the show is it didn't need an epilogue, but it got one anyway.
See, it's doing the exact opposite of The Sopranos. You probably don't know this, but The Sopranos ended
With the cut to black.
with a cut to black right as a big reveal happened
Mm-hmm.
that they never explored any
Yeah,
with.
they just stopped it. They're just like, all right, we're done.
Still mad.
Or like, oh my god, you shall know my name is the Lord when I bring my fury.
Pulp
No,
Fiction.
Bray,
Pulp
not
Fiction?
fucking. I was like, no, Bray, not Boondock Saints. For fuck's sake, the other movie.
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
Boondock Saints.
Fucking.
It's like you
Pulp
watch it
Fiction
religiously.
ends with the briefcase, and they
Yeah.
they show the back part of the briefcase and then cut. The only you know how I got first exposed to that fucking ending?
Oh,
I had not seen The Sopranos cut to black. I had not seen Pulp Fiction's briefcase thing. I got introduced to that fucking bullshit through Teen Titans. Because
Teen
there's an
Titans.
episode where they
Yeah.
do the same shit regarding some secret suitcase that Robin has that I think is alluded to being like the suitcase where he keeps the red X shit or something. He's like, oh, I'm going to share my secret with you. And they pop the suitcase and then just cut. I was like, what?
it's not the Red X stuff.
Is it? There's something in that suitcase that they tease the entire episode, and then by the end it was like, okay,
Oh,
I'll
I
show
know
you
what you mean,
guys.
the big ass
Click.
race.
Open, cuts to black, over, done. I was like, what?
Oh, you're talking about the big
What the
ass
fuck?
race, wasn't it?
What's in the
with,
suitcase? And I was mad about that for weeks. I was like, what the fuck is in it? Like, not understanding it's a reference to Pulp Fiction. Like, I dug through the internet for weeks. Like, what is the series? What is that episode end supposed to be? Did they censor it? Did they cut it? What's actually in the suitcase? Nothing, because
There is nothing.
Human
do you
nature to
mean?
lie, to get things
Marcellus
you just want to be
Wallace
right.
Soul.
Does Marcellus Wallace look like a bitch? What?
Does Marcellus Wallace look like a bitch?
Well, then
Does
why are you
Marcellus
trying to fuck me like
Wallace-
one?
Yeah, look like. Ain't nobody allowed to fuck Mr. Wallace except Mrs. Wallace.
On a separate note, from pivoting off Boondock Saints, like it has nothing to do with Boondock Saints or Pulp Fiction or any of that. I recently went back, like I actually went today earlier to Popeyes.
Okay.
You didn't bring me a goddamn sandwich.
See, that's the thing. That's what I wanted to bring up. I was considering actually doing either the Impossible Whopper or the Popeyes versus Chick-fil-A thing on this week's podcast or this month's podcast.
I'm
So I
sorry.
was like,
Explain.
okay, I remember Popeyes being very, very good. My biggest issue with Popeyes being the fact that it's too expensive to feed me. Like the amount of food they give out for the price they do feeds normal people does
But
not
you're not
feed me.
normal.
I'm not. I can eat multiple combos from there and
He
still
eats
go.
more
Have-
than me. Notice the
Hold on,
double
hold
chin.
on. Let me just
He eats more
essentially
than-
explain it like this. David, you have the metabolism of a hummingbird.
No, he has the metabolism of a fucking shrew.
Really?
I mean,
which
they're
is
both pretty
worse.
on par with each other, I think.
No, a shrew will die within hours of not eating. Actually, I think it's 1 hour.
Holy shit.
Someone Google that for me.
Someone Google it. I'm doing too much right now already, as it is.
I think it's if a shrew does not eat within, I think it's 1 to 2 hours, it will die. And I think
Okay.
it's like its own body weight in food or something like that.
They eat every 3 to 4 hours to maintain energy and body heat. Shrews are insect. Yeah, they have 3 to 4 hours of fucking
Yeah.
eating.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure hummingbirds are like just about the same, maybe even faster. But
Maybe.
my
That's-
point
that's
is,
because-
the point, hummingbirds and shrews aside, is that I eat a lot and I burn through it all. I'm actually at the smallest I've ever been.
You know what's the worst part? You don't even exercise that much. There's no reason for you to have that metabolism. There's no reason. You don't even exercise that much.
I don't. I
So,
really
like,
don't.
There's no reason for you to have that metabolism. Nothing about you makes sense.
And I understand that. But like the weight that I'm at right now, I haven't been since I was like fucking 14. Do you want to know how much I weigh? Can you guess based on like what I look like?
125.
I mean, from the picture, from what I'm seeing, like 140 at least.
I'm very small. Hard to see because I'm wearing an all black shirt which hides a lot of shit. But
He's a
You also
he's
have
a
a
twig.
concave chest, which makes you look slightly smaller than you are.
He's right.
I'm currently sitting at how can I put this? So 2 months ago, I was at the like close to the heaviest I've ever been. I jumped up to 176. Or 178. I was 178. And that's close to the biggest I've ever been. I've never crossed 180. I think the closest I ever got was like on 180. I was like, okay, I got to pull this back. I was 178, right? 2 months, just going running 3 times a week. I am down to 155 pounds, and I'm eating more now than I ever did.
Oh God.
I don't understand my own body. I don't. But that's not why I brought this up. I'm not bringing this up to fucking complain or brag. I'm bringing this up because I went to Popeyes today.
Hashtag
Right?
humble brag.
I didn't need to bring any guns or weapons, thankfully. But I went to Popeyes because I was like, okay, if we're going to do this chicken sandwich thing, I want to eat beforehand. Popeyes, I remember being a decent chicken. The only problem is it can't feed me for the price. Like, I can't afford to feed myself at Popeyes. So I'll get something small. I got like a 3-piece combo with the biscuit and drink, whatever else, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wanted to bring this up originally for the podcast. Can you have food nostalgia?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because back just a few years ago, like I would kill for Popeyes. Like I was like, this is amazing chicken. Give me a second. Let me finish before you go off on me.
I'm
I was
not
like-
going off. I'm honestly confused. Popeyes has never been good.
Really?
Never been.
Yeah.
So
it's
that's
actually never
why
been-
I'm confused now because I'm like, Popeyes was great
See,
chicken. I loved it.
one of
It just
y'all
couldn't
one
feed
of y'all
me
is lying.
properly.
It's
I'm not
Popeyes
gonna
is
lie,
fucking
I would eat
some good
KFC
shit.
before Popeyes.
You fucking asshat! I'm gonna kill you. What's wrong with you?
No, I
That's
mean
wrong.
as in like I would eat KFC instead of Popeyes.
Yeah, we know
I
what you
prefer
meant. That's why he's
It's a
mad.
wrong answer.
Like,
It's a
even
wrong
with
answer.
Popeyes being garbage, KFC is like, you could.
The answer is churches. It's the only reason is because it's rare and it's actually good when it's not in like a really shitty part of town because
Yeah.
like health concerns. But it's the only fucking answer. It's the only other answer I'll accept.
I want to go to a chicken place. Do I go to Popeyes or KFC? KFC.
You go to Chick-fil-A before you go to Popeyes. You're going for the wrong
KFC
reasons.
is fucking sewage water.
Okay, all right. So we're doing this. We're doing the fucking chicken thing right now, are we? Okay, fine. All right.
I've only had
So
Popeyes and KFC.
who are we throwing into this ring? We're going to throw in Popeyes.
KFC, Popeyes, Churches, because that's the best.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and throw Chick-fil-A in since Jacob mentioned it.
Okay. So churches, the churches I can't speak on because I've had churches, but I had it in Mexico. So like that could be wildly different. I've never had it out back here in the States. I do remember it being like a little on the greasy side. Not Long John Silver's greasy, but greasier than a little greasier than I was used to.
God,
But again,
Long
it
John
could be
Silver's
just where I
greasy.
got it from, right?
God, that's a memory and a half, dude. I haven't had Long John Silver's in fucking forever.
You can have it whenever you want. Just take a swig from your fucking canola oil bottle. You got it.
I know, right? I can still
Just
feel
drink
the
straight
oil
soybean
pumping through
oil.
my veins. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. But like, okay, so for me, I'm gonna put my 6 cents in here, and I'm saying that because there's too much for it to be 2 cents. Fucking.
Let's start with ranking. Also, do we count? Are we matching? Are we going to match Chick-fil-A's tenders or like their like not chicken sandwich to other people's like chicken offerings? Because that's kind of apples to oranges there. It's a chicken sandwich, which is a different like cut and different type of chicken being used versus like just getting a leg. You can't get a leg of chicken from Chick-fil-A. You just can't.
I think the argument is overall, even though churches and KFC.
Wait,
Actually, no, that's not true because KFC does have sandwiches. So I guess
Yeah,
the
but
only
every-
outlier would
every one of them
actually
has
be
sandwiches.
churches.
Okay, but like
Does churches
if
have sandwiches?
we're going to talk about chicken sandwiches though, then Chick-fil-A, contentiously Popeyes. I've never had churches and then KFC, but I've never had KFC's chicken sandwiches either. So I don't have a horse in this race because I've literally only had Chick-fil-A's fucking sandwich.
Wait, no, David, we actually had churches. We had it at high school during the graduation. Or not during the graduation, nor one of the parties, you know, when they were handing out those fried chicken stuff with the bread, that was churches.
Cane's.
Oh shit!
Cane's is the other one I was going to throw.
I was going to say we also completely fucking forgot about Cane's, but Cane's is not good. It's overrated chicken. We've talked about this in other episodes of the podcast.
Yeah. Cane's chicken,
that shit's
garbage.
good.
Dipping sauce, delicious.
Dipping sauce is overrated too. It's fucking Thousand Island Ranch or whatever the fuck
Have
fuck.
to get
No,
Cane's chicken.
it's like
What is
what the
wrong
fuck
with you
is it? It's
people?
not. It's my point is whatever it is, it's overhyped. The chicken's at like meh at best. The best thing about Cane's is their bread.
What's wrong
is
with you?
delicious.
People? I don't understand you. Cane's is
Continue
delicious.
speaking, we can't hear you.
I know you can't hear me because you're too busy speaking blasphemy about chicken.
Cane's chicken
Okay,
is
so
garbage.
Cane's chicken is not garbage. Why is it garbage? It's not worse than KFC.
It's not worse than KFC. Again, KFC is fucking sewage.
Yeah, I think it's better than Popeyes because it's fresher. It's like fresh. It's hot. It's juicy. Like it's like some of the best like chicken tenders I have. Like I don't think anybody has better chicken tenders than Cane's. I don't know what the hell you have against Cane's. What the fuck do people have against?
I don't
Cane's?
have anything against Cane's. It's just it's not as good as people say it is. It's okay
Nothing's
chicken,
as good as
but
people
it's not
say
like
it is.
the best
People overhype
chicken.
the fuck out of it. I'm pretty sure Popeye's chicken sandwich does not taste that good. There's no reason someone should be stabbed over it. Chick-fil-A's chicken isn't even that fucking good. It's a fucking chicken sandwich. Chicken sandwich doesn't taste that good to me. I don't know why. It's not meaty. Chicken is not hearty enough to deserve to go between two buns in my world. But
I actually I would disagree on that because for all that I eat, I eat 2 Chick-fil-A sandwiches and I'm good. I'm good for
That's
a while. That's
like
straight meat.
70. That's 70% bread. I almost guarantee it. Because they
Well,
use really
better
like
breading.
heavy. They use and they use heavy buns when they for some reason when they bake chicken sandwiches. I don't know why. I think Popeyes uses potato
Potato
buns or something like that. Yeah. Fucking heavy. It's heavy bread.
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
know it's a weird phrase, but heavy bread is a thing. That's what they use. That's why they're so filling. But Cane's is good. KFC is ass like 90% of the time. Like I'll excuse the grilled chicken, but that's because it doesn't use like 6 gallons of oil for like 1 bucket of chicken. And Popeyes is good because they have good breading and good seasoning. The cooking is kind of ass because some of the times it's dry and sometimes the breading's dry, but when it's crunchy, it's fucking crunchy and that's great. Who the fuck else? Churches. Churches is like the perfect balance.
Churches is oil.
Churches is the
I could
balance
throw, or
between.
no, not Churches.
Thinking of someone
I was
else.
thinking of Long John Silver. I was going to say Long John Silver's I could throw in my gas tank. It'll fucking go.
And Churches is the balance between the perfect amount of juice, grease, and crunch. And also their fucking honey biscuits are amazing, which is the other thing that's good about Churches. Also okra. I think they're the only place that serves okra. I don't like it that much.
Pickled
But they have
okra.
I just
It's
love
fried,
how like we just
actually.
go from. I just really love the fact that we just go from okay, now let's make a tangent here to stop. Now we talk about chicken.
Look, okay, you have to understand something, right? We're all fat, and I'm the biggest one here.
I'm so mad
Bullshit,
about
you ain't
it
fat as
because
fuck.
I have
I
the
am
smallest
fucking fat.
stomach of the big stomachs.
I weigh 2 of you, David. Almost. Like you can't say that.
You
He
can't
can
lie to-
also eat 2 of you.
However, true doesn't matter.
I may weigh as much as I do, but I can eat your body weight in food, motherfucker. I am a shrew.
That's your professional eating name back now, by the way. You are the shrew.
We must find you we must actually find you a luchador mask and call it the shrew.
But oh gosh, what was I saying? Oh right. So about food nostalgia, the reason why I brought this up was because I was like, oh, I really liked Popeyes at one point. If we're gonna do the chicken sandwich, I might as well get used to the taste of it again. Went over there, got a combo, and I feel like I just didn't like. Maybe the location was weird or something. I got not that great, not super seasoned. It's kind of chicken in general. I was like, I don't know if I want to pay.
Did you get the spicy version?
No, regular.
You got the
Yeah.
wrong version.
Is that why?
Mistake.
Yes.
Because I'll be honest, most of the times that I go there, I get their seafood stuff.
Like Popeye's regular chicken is bland breaded chicken. Popeye's
Yeah.
spicy and or mild is great.
Or mild, that's what I got.
They don't have a mild option. They have a regular or
Yeah, they
spicy
do.
option.
They have
Mild was one of the
little
options,
baby
but I got
ones.
it.
They
Seen
have
the
Big
menu.
Mac.
Which I'm guessing
Two
is their
options.
not spicy one.
They've got 2 options: regular with regular ass mayo, and spicy with spicy mayo. Spicy chicken. There's no mild option. It's literally 2 fucking sandwiches.
He didn't get a sandwich, he got chicken.
We're talking about the sandwich.
No,
He's talking about the chicken that he
I'm
ate
talking
earlier.
about I went to go get chicken, regular chicken, so I could
Oh,
be like,
okay.
okay, let's see if I actually like Popeye's chicken still enough to like come back and get a sandwich later if we're going to do the Popeyes versus Chick-fil-A thing on podcast, right?
Never mind. Yeah, they're right. The mild is. mad.
Yeah. So I went over there and I got the chicken. I'm going to try again at the location I normally go to, which is one over by friends of mine's house, because that location always had hot, fresh, great chicken. Probably going to go there next time, especially when if we're going to do the chicken sandwich thing.
I'm not gonna lie. Every time I'm hearing chicken sandwich, I'm just thinking of the chicken sandwiches from high school.
Oh,
those.
fuck those
Those
things.
are
I
garbage.
know, right? Just fucking
The things that are like half water and half bread, and the chicken in between is like covered in sawdust and depression.
You have to remember, the only reason I ate those was because it was better than the fucking stuff they
Cardboard
offered.
pizza.
Yeah, it was better than that. And I also always ate it with like chips and like a bunch of condiments in there to just give it
Something.
something to munch on.
Something.
I mostly just got the teriyaki chicken just because I fucking hated the sandwiches.
Six packets of mustard and ketchup each, just to give that thing flavor.
But
Anyway,
so I went there and I was like, like I think it's the location, but I feel like I ate it and I was like, this isn't nearly as good as I fucking remember. Like, maybe I should have just not got this chicken and just come back only to get the sandwich, see what the hype was about. Because now I'm kind of nervous, right? I'm thinking, is this sandwich even going to like stack up if this is what the regular chicken is like? Like, this is your staple.
Again, you got the mild chicken, you got the worst chicken.
Okay. So that's kind of on me.
A little bit on you, but it's also on them because their mild chicken is garbage. So
I wish he was wrong. He's not. Mild chicken is like that.
their mild chicken is a white person's seasoning chicken.
It was admittedly a bit
It was bland. You don't gotta lie. It was bland.
he looked at my face and was like, say it. Fucking say it.
You could say it's fairly mild. Like, mild is the perfect word because that's what it is. It's just fucking mild. Like, nothing about that chicken is exciting. Like, it's meh. It's barely chicken.
It's the normal SpongeBob. Hello there.
Oh, the round one?
The rounded one without the spots. Nice weather we're having.
Right.
Nice chicken we're having. No, it's not.
Well, just one last thing on chicken sandwich before you switch to a different topic. On a similar thing of food nostalgia, there's also food burnout for sure. I've discovered that.
Yes.
Because I've been eating a lot of Chick-fil-A over the past like few weeks. Not a lot, but like I'll get one like every few weeks. And like as I'm eating, I'm like, this isn't. It's not hitting me the same way. I need that same high. I'm not getting it anymore.
It up for you.
No, because I'm doing that actually. I ordered normally a regular chicken sandwich and a spicy one because I can never make up my mind, so I get both.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, I'm like, it's good, but like it's not. Like I feel like I need to like distance myself. Like what's the phrase? Distance or makes a heart grow fonder, or
yeah, distance makes the heart grow fonder.
Something like that. Like that. I need to give. We need to take a break, Chick-fil-A. We need to work on ourselves.
It's not you. It's me.
It's not me. It's you.
It's not
me and Ed
are
two different people.
Blame Chick-fil-A. I wouldn't blame myself.
Get better chicken, shitheads.
I require the best chicken in the world. Thank you very much.
We've talked about this, but that's homemade soul food chicken, which I've never had. But we talked about we've talked about on the podcast extensively, like that there's nothing that matches that in the world, and you have to get it from the source. So my search continues.
Again, until you find a woman who can sacrifice your soul for some food, you ain't got soul food.
Right.
You gotta be on that voodoo shit.
No, that's Cajun. That's completely different. No, I'm kidding. It's Popeyes' thing, which they don't do very well. But there's no argument there. I just wanted to say but just because.
I was like, go on.
Chicken butt.
Chicken. Oh my god. I fell for it.
I think fucking you know Adam Richman, the guy from Man vs. Food?
Yeah.
Yes, I know him very intimately.
I think the best explanation of food burnout for like that scenario would be him, because when he took the oyster challenge, he kept eating oysters. So every time when he finished the challenge, he just couldn't eat oysters anymore.
Well, that's understandable because oysters.
So like he had an aversion to it, like he didn't like them anymore, or what?
It's like I don't know how to properly explain it. Like in the video I saw about it, it was basically him just saying like he just stopped wanting to eat oysters after that. Like oysters were his favorite food, but after like that challenge, after eating so many, he's like, I'm done. I can't have it anymore.
That makes sense. My little brother had an experience similar to that where he ate a lot of mussels as a kid, and he got sick from it and like to this day, pretty much like 10 years later, he's still like iffy on them.
I had a very similar experience with it wasn't an Oreo, but it was that same type of cookie, only it was homemade.
Okay.
And the middle bit wasn't cream, it was fucking fondant.
The cake covering stuff, like super thick sugar
clay.
Yeah,
Sugar clam.
yeah,
Yeah.
the sweet Play-Doh.
Yes, that's exactly how
It's
you
what
would
it
describe
is.
it.
The
Yeah,
only
my
Play-Doh you can
dumbass.
actually
I
eat.
ate 3 of those dead. Like sugar coma dead.
Yeah, dude, there's a lot of goddamn sugar in that.
Yeah, they were like this thick.
Oh, like so it wasn't a cookie with like a thing in the middle of the like a ring. It was like
No.
like an Oreo style filling of fondant.
Yeah, and it was like a big ass fucking cookie, like a chocolate
Like
chip
a sandwich cookie?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like you would get
oh
your
no!
freezer and it's ice cream.
Oh no!
It was fondant.
Oh no!
How the fuck did you? How the fuck did you manage 3?
How the fuck did you eat 1, let alone 3?
Dude, I was like 6 and I had the biggest sweet tooth. I still have an enormous sweet tooth, but I had the biggest sweet tooth.
Holy
and
shit,
I still can't eat
dude.
Oreos anymore. Just seeing that type of cookie makes me vomit.
Holy crap.
I can't do it.
Oh my
Can't do
god.
Fucking hilarious.
I can't even imagine eating inches of fondant. What the fuck, dude?
It's like eating actual clay. Like, what the fuck's wrong with
I'm trying to think of like the example. Like, are we talking like these very thick Oreos, the double
No,
stuffed?
no.
Ed.
So
We're
imagine
talking
like
about a
imagine like the
regular chocolate
cookie
chip
ice cream
cookie.
sandwiches, the ones that like have like a good like 1.5 to 2 inches of ice cream between 2 chocolate chip cookies.
Oh,
He ate
oh.
3 of those of
They were
fucking
fondant.
fondant, which is just sugar given Play-Doh's consistency.
What the dude? That is actually.
That's
kind
why
of
I
like,
said
what
I don't
the
understand how you ate 1 of those, let alone fucking 3.
I started talking about him. My stomach hurts.
I don't understand. Like
I don't know.
even for me, with my appetite that I carry inside this very small, compact body, I don't know if I could even do that at any point.
I don't think anyone could have. I
I
think
don't
I
think
must have
even I
signed
could
on
have.
with some demonic beast. I'm the shittiest warlock. I get to eat as much sugar as I want.
Oh wait, do we call that pact the pact of the grandmother or the pact of the sweet tooth?
We call that the pact of the sugar coma because that's what you're gonna fucking be in when you finish that shit.
Oh my god! Speaking of food comas, we only do this once a month now. So I just want to say right now, I'm unbelievably excited for these next few months because we have Thanksgiving coming up, we have Christmas coming up, we have New Year's coming up, like all holiday stuff back to back to back, compounded on the fact that my culture being Mexican, I get Mexican Thanksgiving, Mexican Christmas, and Mexican New Year's, which means all the food that you get for American holidays, all the food that I get for American holidays, plus on top of that, tamales, champurrado, pozole, menudo, all that shit on top of turkey and casserole and coleslaw and all that other American shit. Like I get both worlds at the same time, whether I want them or not.
I'm not gonna lie, I also have that, and at the same time, I'm just like, yeah.
Like, you know what? I'm glad I've dropped 20 pounds because I'm about to fucking find them again. Like, what is Thanksgiving for you guys? Like, what is it like to go through that as like in your household? Like, anything special happen or?
Oh,
really?
We barely even celebrate.
What?
Yeah.
For someone for a family like yours that likes food as much as they do, and like is cooking constantly.
I'm
no,
the only foodie. I'm the only foodie in the family.
that's a shame.
I'm not even really a foodie.
That's
I
more
just
me.
like to eat.
I'm the one over here who's like studying, like how food goes together, theory crafting. What was it? Maple syrup and pasta or some shit.
Yeah, how to make maple syrup into a good gnocchi, but
Or I'm also the one who's coming up with the shrimp and ice cream, oatmeal raisin cookies and cocktail sauce,
Shit should not have
sweet
worked.
and sour
Why
on
did
kettle
it work?
corn, all of which work, by the way. But whatever that other combination was is lost to time now. There's no getting that one back because I can never remember what it was. What about you, Jacob? Does the army do stuff for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, they usually the defect serves like the defect is like the cafeteria. The mess hall, as some would call it. Sorry, I know there's a couple of these words some people don't understand. They usually serve like, you know, mashed potatoes, turkey, maybe some stuffing or what is it? What's it called? The fucking. It's just moist bread, but it's not disgusting.
What?
Stuffing.
Stuff is it called stuffing? Okay, it is called stuffing.
I was confused. I was like, moist bread, but that's not disgusting. There's no way moist bread comes off as not gross.
Well, when stuffing
Moist bread is
delicious.
moist because it's all the fucking turkey fat just dissolving into
Yeah, no,
it.
stuffing is. But like, I'm thinking like, is there ever a point where I want my bread to have over like a 5% humidity inside it? And I'm like, if it's not like a sponge cake, no, I want my regular bread. Like if it's not meant to be like spongy and squishy, right? Like I don't want, like I don't like soggy sandwiches or
Understandable.
like
Perfectly
like
understandable.
if it's a soft sandwich, like it was made with untoasted bread, no big deal, totally fine. But if it's already been toasted and then soggied again, I can't do it. Like a Subway sandwich that's been left out too long, or like anything that's been toasted but then made to like forced to turn back to soft, not okay. It's not okay. I'll still eat it because I'm a garbage disposal, but it's not okay.
See, you need to give your bread some Viagra. You got to keep it hard. So, another hot take. Fuck Subway. Fuck Quiznos. It's all about Jimmy John's.
What about Firehouse though?
Firehouse
You forgot
is good,
about
but Jimmy
You
John's.
forgot about.
I've
the
never
one
been to
that
Jimmy John's
fucks-
actually.
Porta
You forgot
subs.
There's one in the Santa Fe.
There
We
you
should
go.
go next time.
All right,
Ed
dope.
said it. Forgot about the one that sucked before everyone else did. Porta subs.
Yeah.
Is that actually a thing?
Yeah,
thought that was a
was.
joke.
No, Porta subs.
No.
Porta subs actually existed.
I
I never.
right there by that GameStop.
Porta subs still exists.
It's still there.
It still
It
sucks.
is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Porta subs still exist. I've never been to it. People say it's good. I've never been to Quiznos. I've been to Subway far too often. I'm really liking Firehouse lately,
Yeah, they're really
and
good.
I've never been to Jimmy John.
Highly recommend.
Jimmy
Yeah.
John's. Speaking of Thanksgiving, Jimmy John's has a really good Thanksgiving sandwich because they stuff turkey, stuffing.
Bobby is amazing.
The what?
Holy shit!
The
They stuff
Bobby.
the Bobby. They stuff turkey. They stuff the raspberry jam. They stuff
Cranberry
stuffing.
sauce.
They stuff they stuff a Thanksgiving dinner into a sandwich, and that sounds disgusting when you think
No,
about
that sounds
it, but that's-
fantastic.
It's amazing.
It's actually amazing.
That is the Bobby. It's amazing. It's not raspberry jam. It's cranberry sauce.
You're right, cranberry sauce. I
The
don't know
look
why
on
I
his
thought
face was like,
raspberry.
"It's cranberry sauce, you heathen."
Sorry, I don't remember. I don't eat that shit anyways. Cranberry sauce.
What's wrong with cranberry
like-
sauce? Hold up.
I
What's
don't
wrong
know,
with cranberry sauce?
Aside from
don't-
how
I
they
don't-
have to get cranberries.
Wait, what?
What-
What's wrong with
what-
what's wrong with
what are they-
cranberries now?
No, don't jump down that rabbit hole. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Did cranberries milkshake duck themselves?
What?
So milkshake duck. Fuck it. Let me see if I can pull it up. It's,
You know
it's
what?
no, it's a concept where
No, stop jumping down the rabbit hole. Stop it.
We're going
No.
down different rabbit holes. I'm gonna finish my thought while
Fine.
you look up yours.
I'll look at milkshake duck.
So
They're both essentially diving down different holes. I'm just standing at the top of it, just looking down and just going, what the fuck?
Stop doing this.
so cranberries. There's a cranberry bog.
I've seen it in the commercials, right?
Yeah. So for natural pesticide, they use wolf spiders. Hundreds.
Fucking excuse me. No.
Thousands
No.
of wolf spiders in these bogs.
What?
And then
No.
once they fucking
No.
swamp them and fill them all, flood them all with water,
Uh-huh.
you have to wade in to get the cranberries.
Uh-huh.
But wolf spiders don't like water, and they're looking to climb the tallest thing around.
Ah!
Guess what the tallest thing around
Ah! Please no.
is? Not acceptable.
Ah!
It's unacceptable.
Ah!
I feel like I've walked into the camel spider conversation yet again.
God,
damn it.
God damn it! I didn't want this again. It always comes back to fucking spiders. It's always spiders. Fucking last podcast, we ended up talking about Spider-Man, and that also got into spiders again. This episode now it's fucking, hey, turkey, cranberry sauce stuffing, spiders. Fucking wolf spiders are stuffing your turkey. That's what's inside the motherfucker. Spiders.
You know what would be worse if they put a camel spider in that shit.
There's,
I don't.
Fuck.
None of this
It's
makes any
It's always spiders. Why is it always spiders?
Because
I don't even hate spiders. I'm actually quite fond of spiders. But why the fuck is it always spiders?
Oh my god,
can't be
spider
lucky enough for
burnout.
them to be snakes. Fine with snakes.
So,
Give me snakes.
Okay.
Fuck spiders.
To do the John Mulaney bit. Okay. So you're telling me there's just an army of spiders in Cranberries.
Army
Yeah.
of wolf spiders.
In the cranberry bush, before they flood it, wolf spiders.
Why?
They'll eat all the insects that would attack the cranberries
Okay.
without causing anything that would be bad in the water that then drains into your cranberries.
Okay.
Field.
That makes sense. But there so there's just a fucking lake of fruit and spiders.
Yes.
That's
Desert
not what
bear.
Valhalla promised me. They sold me milk and honey.
Well, guess what? You've got fruit and fighting. Go fight the spiders.
Like we'll give you Valhalla at half price, like a fucking Steam sale.
You go to Valhalla, like bountiful fruits and endless fighting. It's like great. It's just a bog of cranberries and giant. And it's like this is the worst possible option you could have done. Like,
No, I heard you like
to fight
spiders.
like Muhammad Ali or somebody. Why am I fighting giant wolf spiders in a bog of cranberries? And the worst part is, you know what I would be doing? I'd be sword fighting a fucking spider while shoving cranberries into my face. Like,
The worst part is cranberries are the worst berries. They're the worst
they are.
berries.
Why?
They're sour.
disgusting.
They're just sour.
They're sour. They're not good. They don't taste good. They do
No, they're
not
not sour.
taste good.
They're like a hardcore bitter. That's not disgusting. It's not really disgusting. They're like really bitter. That's why I don't like cranberry sauce. It's because it's
They're not
deceptively.
good. I use
just
disgusting in
sweet
place of
looking.
not good because I do. But I do
Fuck,
agree they're
dude,
not
like,
good.
I don't. That changes my entire fucking outlook on like ocean spray, cranberry sauce.
Oh yeah, guess
That
what?
scene from Spider-Man 1.
Oh yeah, guess what?
What? What else are you gonna fucking tell me?
There is a
Tell me
federal-
blueberry pie is made with fucking wolf's urine?
There is a federal limit to exactly how much wolf spider can be in your cranberries.
You're fucking with me. You're fucking with me now.
Yes, I am. That last one was me fucking
Okay.
with you.
I was like, I'm gonna look up what is the federal limit of fucking wolf spiders allowed in cranberry sauce.
I think the averaged out thing is, oh hey, by the way, because of the stupid shit that happens in factories, there's approximately like 6 spiders in your peanut butter.
No.
Yeah. That's
I know there's one for like how much rat shit can be in like I forget what food.
cereal. It's
Cereal?
Raisin Bran.
Oh god. I have raisin bran in my thing.
Oh, that wasn't a raisin.
Oh no.
This is all the worst. I hate everything we're talking about right now.
It's why? Why does it always come back to spiders?
Spiders and rat shit. Everything.
David's slowly going insane, just like spiders, no.
Legal limit of rat droppings in food.
I like how that's such a commonly searched thing that you can fucking check the Google.
9 things the FDA allows in your food. Oh, good. Sorry for everyone who tunes into this for the food part of the podcast. That's done now after figuring out that fucking wolf spiders and cranberry. I would have never expected that, ever.
I didn't either. I just learned that today from Reddit.
Thanks, Reddit.
Has a document that
Thanks, Reddit.
lists the allowable limits of defects in more than 100 food, like exactly how much rodent poop is allowed in your cocoa beans, how many insects' heads it's okay to find in fig paste in your cookies,
I don't want to know.
and how many maggots can be in your tomatoes.
I don't want to know that.
Good thing I don't eat tomatoes.
Same.
There's tomatoes in my fridge, and now I'm actually curious.
Ground cinnamon can have up to 400 insect fragments per 50 grams. Insect body parts are allowed in crushed and ground oregano. Crushed oregano can contain up to 300 fragments per 10 grams. If you go for ground oregano, you can find an average of up to 1,250 insect fragments per 10 grams. Holy fuck! Okay, here's the rat dropping one. Fennel seeds, ginger, and mace can all contain up to 3 milligrams of mammal poop per pound. Sesame seeds up to 5 milligrams a pound. Cocoa beans is double that at 10 milligrams a pound. Wheat, popcorn.
Okay, wheat. I was like, who's shitting in my weed? Well, not my weed, but people's weed.
Animals?
Ugh, this is not okay.
I assume cows.
Anything that technically
that's the thing, because like it says mammal feces, and you're like, oh, someone's shitting on the grass. Like, yeah, it's fertilizer, manure.
Which one of you filthy fucking chimpanzees decided to shit on my papayas?
And you know what's funny? Does that apply to bananas and shit? Because like bananas have a fucking like. Does that apply to citrusy types?
What is the legal amount of spiders allowed on a bunch of bananas? Because that's a thing. Like, you can find spiders in your banana packages.
Yeah, banana spider.
Aptly named.
Yeah. By the way, those are deadly.
Yeah, they're super fucking, like, they will fuck your shit up.
They are insanely venomous. I hate them.
Also, Josh sent a thing to the podcast channel, which is fucking fantastic.
Super interested.
But
I love the new redesign.
Oh, yeah. We can
Yeah.
talk about that real quick. First design was fucking Satan. Huge props to the animators who did the redesign for Sonic in such a short amount of time, too. And I don't mind it at all. I think it looks fantastic.
Yeah, the new redesign looks real good. I don't think it was a redesign. I think it was a publicity stunt.
No, it's not a fucking publicity stunt. They hired a team. They fucked up. Considering how bad video game adaptations have been in the past, that was totally in line. I was kind of expecting something that awful, to be honest.
Same.
But I'm glad they listened, got another team to come in, redo the whole thing, and got it out in a reasonable time frame. Because to say, like, oh, it's a publicity stunt, they had the thing in the background the whole time, is honestly a little offensive to the artists who worked their ass off to get the redesign out. Because the people who were, like, the person who led the team to do this was like, no, this is not a publicity stunt. We literally got hired on after the shit show happened with the trailers to do it all from scratch. Like, all the artists who did the thing are on Twitter being like, this is not a publicity stunt. We worked our asses off for this fucking thing to make it look somewhat okay.
They also had to essentially redo all the seeds, essentially
they did it from nothing.
Yeah. But you know what I'm mostly excited for? Jim Carrey.
Oh yeah. I've never once had an issue with Jim Carrey as Eggman. I think...
No, perfect choice.
I'm a little sad they didn't give him, like, the pudge, or, like, at least a little bit of, like, more body for, like, that egg shape. But he's supposed to be human from our world versus an alien in the other world. That's, like, my biggest gripe with the story now, is, like, he's technically from a different dimension. I'm like, fine, fine. Just at this point, I'm fine with it, because that's what every other fucking story has done. They want the portal in the sky thing.
Yeah, the isekai thing. I'm really enjoying that they showed the green hill zone.
Yeah, I like that. I was like, okay, that's cool.
That was cool. That was nice.
There was a show where Sonic was from a different dimension and he was just at ours. I can't remember which one it was, but like...
One of the bad ones, I assume.
You're thinking of Sonic X, technically.
Yeah.
Was also it Sonic 06.
That gotta go fast.
Also Sonic...
No, not the game, the show.
Sonic and the Black Knight, the one where he makes out with the girl and everyone was like... Oh, no, that is Sonic 06.
Sonic 06 is the one where he makes out with the girl. There's a
Sonic
show...
06 is the one where he makes out with the chick. And everyone was like...
there's a show. A TV show, David, not one of the games.
Sonic X. Sonic X was the show you're thinking of, where he comes from a different world.
Sonic Boom?
There's a Sonic X where there's a game. There's also a game called Sonic. So then you start listing off games. I got confused.
No. Sonic X, the show, has him in a different world, but also Sonic 06.
Sonic 06 does not. Sonic's from the same dimension. That one.
Isn't he?
Yes.
No one actually plays Sonic 06. Everyone plays on the shit on it now.
I played it like twice.
Why?
All I know about Sonic
because it was one of the only games I had at the time.
NES games. That's it.
Because it was like one of the only games that I had, and it was so bad I had to finish it. I was like, this will not defeat me. God, the movie that was so bad. That game's so bad. Fuck that thing. Everything about that game is bad except for playing as Silver. That was a little badass, but it was still bad. There's just sections of that
it's
game.
It's not enough for redeeming quality to be like to get over everything else.
That the one where you could go into the Chow Gardens, kick them around?
No, that was
I think that might have been Sonic Adventure. and
Sonic
then pick
Adventure
your poison
2.
on which version: Sonic Adventure DX, Sonic Adventure Remake, blah blah blah. Sonic Adventure is the one with the Chow Garden in it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It's one of the Sonics, but yeah.
But anyway, just to wrap this podcast up, because we have been going for a little bit. The one thing I wanted to bring up that's still kind of food related was Milkshake Duck, because
what is this?
This came from a tweet by Pixelated Boat, where the tweet was, "The whole internet loves Milkshake Duck, a lovely duck that drinks milkshakes." 5 seconds later, "We regret to inform you that the duck is racist." Because Milkshake Duck is an internet meme that describes a phenomenon describes phenomena that are initially perceived to be positive but later revealed to be flawed. Oxford Dictionaries has a fucking term for this. Is defined as a person or character on social media that appears to be endearing at first, but is found to have an unappealing backstory, but did not consider usage of the neologism to be sufficiently long-lived or widespread to warrant inclusion in their dictionaries.
Cancel culture.
Yeah, cancel culture, call-out culture, and everything. Basically, like this is I'm sure there's notable instances right here.
I'm actually on the Wikipedia page. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, everything has a Wikipedia page at this point. An R&B singer made a song that everyone really liked. People found out then in 2015 he used the homophobic term like the word you're not supposed to use for gay people to describe Tyler the Creator and Earl Sweatshirt.
Cigarettes.
Cigarettes in Britain. Used like the full word, not just like the 3-letter one. Use the full word to describe Tyler the Creator and Earl Sweatshirt. So like they got branded as a Milkshake Duck. It's like, oh, we really love your song, but shit, you're not good. And there are instances of reverse milkshake ducking, but those are much rarer. That's what I wanted to get to. We talked a lot about food on this podcast, and again, fucking spiders. It always comes back to food and spiders.
We're predictable people, and we love. You know what we need to do next time? Fry some spiders.
I was gonna say eat spiders on air. You know what?
I'll do it if you'll do it,
dude.
Next time.
I'm just gonna be the guy on
spiders
going. Yeah, they're eating spiders.
Vomit bug. Yeah.
I'm very glad I didn't sign up to that suicide pact.
But yeah, anyway, time to wrap this up. We've been going for quite a while. Is there any last minute stuff you guys want to bring up?
I wanted to bring up Death Stranding and just say like that fucking game is amazing, even with like.
Fuck, I meant to get to that.
What is that game? Is it just delivering shit?
No.
We could talk about it briefly. Basically, what I wanted to bring up about it was everyone who plays it seems to like it, but it's not doing super well with critics. It's got like a 68 on Metacritic, and there's apparently a bunch of product placement in it people aren't crazy about. That's all I know of the game so far. Also, you can pee in one place, and that affects other people's worlds somehow.
I don't know about all that, but you can choose whether you pee or shit.
Oh, fair enough.
Actually, you can choose to pee standing or pee sitting on the toilet.
What toilet? You're out in the middle of nowhere.
Like in the very beginning bit where you're in a building.
Mm-hmm. You can
choose to sit down or stand up.
Huh.
I'm not gonna lie. Also, the fact that like in Death Stranding, the major point about this is you're supposed to connect everything in the United States. You're supposed to connect people, and the major aspect of you're supposed to deliver point A to point B. You're actually just essentially like you do it, but then the guy essentially shows up, just goes, "Oh, well, can you connect us to this big corporation? This big thing." You do it, they're connected. You're essentially going across the United States, connecting a lot more people. And it's mostly about positivity because there is no dislike system. There is no... you can be an asshole and be a troll a little bit, but the majority of it is you can mostly give people likes for what they do, which is kind of nice. And whatever you add into the world, other players can see it. Other people can technically use it for their own advantages. And genuinely... the guy who made the game legitimately just wanted to make a very positive game.
Hold up. Did you just say the guy who made the game?
I'm sorry.
For Death Stranding, like Metal Gear Solid, like
it's not one of the most famous fucking video game developers on the planet at the moment.
Like real feel good story, and everything you're saying is correct as far as I understand it.
Yeah, but, Kojima. Right, basically.
How dare you say the guy who made the game?
I don't even know. I've never played any of this man's games, and I know Hideo Kojima.
what I mostly like about Kojima is he just wanted to build a game to bridge people together, which was very nice. I love that about him.
Dude, honestly, Kojima, given the blank check from Sony, like I fully expected this to be an avant-garde. No one's going to understand what the fuck the point of this game is. Game.
100%.
And
It's Kojima.
Kind of what he gave us. He's like, hey, I made a game. You're going to play it. Go for it.
Check out what it is.
Yes. But what is the game?
No one knows. It's been out for like 2 weeks.
It's that one guy on YouTube who made an album, but all it was oscilloscopes, something like that. Oh, I'll have to show you after the stream. It's weird, and I'm into it.
Okay. All right. I'll be looking forward to that one. But yeah, no one knows what the game is. It's been out for a few weeks. Still no one knows. I'm sure it'll be talked about in philosophy classes for years. Like, what the fuck? What was this? Why are there babies in it? I don't know.
I've also been coming up with that.
You're just delivering shit. What the hell's up with the fucking Cthulhu, like, entities who just float around and are invisible and with the thing? What is this game?
I can't spoil anything. I'm just gonna say this.
Oh, don't spoil anything.
Play the game. Just play the fucking game. Like, there are logs. Read those. Just play the game. You get everything.
I'll be sure to get on that after I get through Steven Universe and buy a PS4.
Good man. You're not doing it. I know. I know. Trust me. I know you're never gonna do it. You're never gonna end up doing either of those things.
I'm gonna finish Steven Universe.
You've said that how many years now?
I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna do it.
Like, no. After 19 seasons, I'm gonna finish it. They're only like at season 2. Shut the fuck up. I'll do it.
I'm gonna chuck a PS4 at your head. Make sure the sharp end.
All right. Anyway, time to wrap this podcast up. Thank you everybody who stopped by and watched. Thank you to my co-host for everything. Like I mentioned in the beginning, at the top of the show, this is a now monthly podcast. We will be back about the middle of the month, just a week or two before Christmas hits. We'll talk about anything that's going on at that point. Because weekly, I can't do with everything else that I've got going on, plus, Twitch streaming and the YouTube side of it and everything else. So we'll talk about everything next month, assuming we're going to keep this going. Cool?
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, wait, cool. Sorry.
Next month in December, watches these two devour spiders for Christmas.
We can rain powdered sugar on them like it's snow.
Fucking funnel cake spiders.
That's interesting.
Shaped like spiders.
No, we're ending this podcast. It's over. Thank you everybody so much for watching. We'll see all of you next time on SplatCade. Say bye, God damn it.
Bye. Spiders next time, though.
Say bye.
Bye.
Say bye, Ed. God damn it.
Bye-bye.
Cut the feed.